So good morning, guys. Coming to you out in the yard. It's beautiful today, absolutely beautiful. And there are birds everywhere, which makes me excited because that's always, of course, one of the first signs of spring. That and little daffodils are starting to poke up and crocuses and things like that. This time of year always gives me hope as spring is coming. So I am not a winter person at all. The only thing good about winter is Christmas. But when that's done, admittedly, I get a little restless. Good morning, girls. We are actually going to be adding a few more chickies to our flock. We only have 6 right now, but we're going to add a few more because, you know, eggs, plus it's helps out the garden and things like that, which I'm excited because today I'm actually going to be starting a bunch of our seeds. Mid-February is typically the time I like to get started on doing our peppers and our tomatoes and things like that, just so the plants are nice and strong once it's time to replant them outside in April. We usually plant at the end of April outside or early May. So anyway, but just wanted to say good morning and just take you along for our day in the life. Mostly my day. It's going to be more of a, I guess, homemaker's day in the life. Hello, Mr. Harold. Hello. You don't like me interrupting your eating. I was going to show you guys really quick. This is our garlic that I planted in December. So I was really afraid that it was going to die when we got that really cold freeze. It was so cold. Anyway, and they were looking a little puny, but they're starting to perk up again. And so I'm hopeful that we'll get a good little yield of garlic again. I didn't plant as much as what I did last year, but here it is. So should get quite a few bulbs of garlic, hopefully. So I just came back in and washed up, and my bread that I made this morning, my sourdough starter, I think is a little bit weak because it's been living in my fridge for the past couple of weeks. And so my bread came out a little small and not as exciting as usual. It got a little brown too. But I cut it open and yay, pleasantly surprised. It still has good texture and it's got that nice crunchy crisp on the outside. So it probably is. No, it's actually not all that weak. I think just the starter for the rise and everything is a little weak. It's nice and big and bubbly today though, so that usually happens though when I put it in the fridge for a little while. But anyway, yay for sourdough. So now that I'm inside, I can talk a little bit better. So today, it is Monday. I actually picked up some kind of weird respiratory virus this weekend. It was like Friday night. I was congested before bed, just out of nowhere. Was fine all day. Felt great all day. But then got congested late Friday night. And I woke up and it was like I woke up multiple times in the night. Just really, really congested. And then Saturday, I just felt horrible. And ended up with a fever and all that kind of stuff and headache and like body aches and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my goodness, I hope I'm not getting like the flu or something. And then, I don't know, I woke up Sunday and I was feeling a lot better. And now today, it's like I'm just congested and tired, but that's pretty much it. So I did like take a COVID test and it was negative. Both of them I took too. But anyway, it was negative, so I don't know. But I'm just kind of taking it easy and trying to get the house back in order today. Last night, we didn't do the dishes before bed, and so I woke up to a kitchen full of dishes. And so I spent a lot of the morning doing that while the bread was baking. But then other than that, we are gonna get started with school, but we're gonna do a very light day. We're gonna focus just on math and reading today. We might watch a documentary or something this afternoon, but we're just trying to get the house back in order, catch up on some things, and then the girls do have dance this afternoon / evening. And one of my boys has basketball, and so Mondays are always kind of busy as far as that kind of thing goes. So we always do a quick dinner. I did go to the grocery store the other day, and I picked up, so we all know groceries. We've been eating through our pantry stocks like crazy. But at Kroger, they had these like stir fry kits. Comes with sauce and all that kind of stuff, and all you do is add your meat. But it's got really good veggies in it. And so they had 2 of those marked down on clearance for $1.60. And I was like, you know what? That'll make a great quick dinner on Monday. So when we get home tonight, I'll just throw that stuff together and put some rice in the Instant Pot, and we'll have a good dinner tonight. So I always get excited when I find things like that like, while the sauce is not my desirable sauce because it does have some additives and things like that in it, it's veggies for the most part, and so it'll be like a good quick meal to throw together tonight. So, and it was cheap since it was on clearance, so look for those kinds of deals. I always get excited when I find them. Also found some organic salad greens for $1.60 as well. Pick those up because, you know, salads for lunch and stuff. It's a good deal. Okay, so I'm gonna share with you guys a funny story. I was just outside sweeping off the front porch and and putting a spring flag out because that's where I am right now. But anyway, I just opened the door and this was sitting on the front step out there. Okay. So what's really funny is we got this card in the mail for like 70% off of HelloFresh, like for a trial. And I was telling my husband, I was like, hey, 70% off. We should just do one and then like cancel it, because I know a lot of people who have tried it and then decided, you know, and it's a good time to try when you can get one of those really good coupons. So my husband like gets on HelloFresh and puts in the coupon code, but then like for whatever reason, I don't know what possessed him to do it, put in our payment information. And but he never checked out or anything like that. Well, apparently it automatically sent this, so I'm about to see what they sent us. It did charge us, but it only charged us like $15 or something. So I'm not.
I'm gonna go get outside, but Sophie is doing the rest.
Okay, the girls are cleaning their room. Okay, well, it looks like they sent us. Oh, it's like 2 different meals. Huh. Beef flautas supreme. That actually looks really good. There's no way this is going to feed our family, obviously. And crispy Parmesan chicken. That actually looks really good too. I don't know. They sent us this, so I guess we're going to try it. But I guess he also needs to make sure he goes on and cancels it, because yikes. So the HelloFresh thing, I was telling John about it. They're out here working on yard work, and we were like, well, it can be our Valentine's meal. One of them could be. Anyway, so I have been cleaning off this back deck. Somehow it just got really junked up over the winter, and then they're out here working on some different stuff. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. The boys are, we have like this pile of stuff that needs to be hauled off down here, of just like a swing set that's too old, and the sandbox. And I actually went through the garden like a week ago and ripped out all of our cattle panels, all of our T-posts, except for that one right there. And they're just right here right now, and I'm about to start getting the garden ready. So that'll be really exciting. And then, of course, we have the raised beds up behind where the chicken coop is that I showed y'all earlier. But anyway, I guess we're starting spring cleaning. So we're just kind of in the mood for spring. All of us are. We're all ready. And that's what we've been doing today. But I actually have my seed starting mix. I just grabbed this one this time. It was just what I could grab. And I think I am going to go get started on some of that. I might not start all of it today. It's a long process because we grow a lot. And so, yeah. So some of the things I was going to share with you guys, some of the things. So I got a little more basil. So I got these from So True Seed. I love So True Seed. And then Baker Creek heirloom seeds. Anyway, this is something I should have started in January. This is my celery. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start it anyway. And we'll just see. Maybe we'll have a cool spring. Who knows? What is this? Cabbage. See, that's something else I should have already started. Anyway, all of my other seeds are downstairs. All of my other seeds are downstairs in the refrigerator. I keep them down there. Anyway, it sounds funny, but anyway, I keep them in the garage refrigerator. That's just a trick that I've always used. My grandparents used to keep seeds in the fridge too. In fact, fun fact, I actually still grow some of the seeds that were my grandparents. And that's from like 15 years ago or something. Like the same pack of seeds. They've just been kept in the fridge all this time. So anyway, that's just what I do with them. And I'll show you what I keep them in here in just a second. I actually organized them this winter. That was a little project I did because it desperately needed to be done. And I actually need to get another organizer because I didn't even have enough space in that one. So yeah, I have a lot of seeds. I might have a little problem. Okay, so I was going to show you guys. So this is nothing new. A lot of people use these. But this thing is so full that I have a bunch of other seeds. Mostly my herbs and my flowers that did not fit in here. So I tried to organize it by like seeds. So here's some flowers, but not all of them fit. Anyway, and I want to get a label maker and actually label them so I don't have to pull them out. So these are my tomatoes, most of them. And so I'm for sure going to be starting some of these guys. These are my favorite. These Hungarian heart, they're ox heart tomatoes. They're amazing. And also a lot of my paste tomatoes. I'm going to go ahead and start those as well. And San Marzanos, that kind of stuff. And then I'm also, like I said, I'm going to start my celery and my cabbage and my greens. So, yay! I love, this just makes me so happy, guys. And I'm trying not to get too excited because it is like a false spring kind of day. But I know that, right? So, but it is time to start seeds and I just keep them inside. I do have a grow light set up downstairs in the basement. I used to have two, but now one of them is actually screwed into the ceiling as a ceiling light in our laundry room. But, so I probably need to get another one. Some of these I'm actually going to let them hang out by the window in the kitchen because the window's so big and it gets sun really, like it gets warm and it's sunny and stuff like that. So the colder things I'm going to keep up in the window, I think. And then like my tomatoes and peppers and things like that that are going to be hanging out for a while, they are going to go under the grow lights downstairs. So I'm not going to plant everything today, but I am going to get started. Okay, so these are just some cheap cups that I picked up at Dollar Tree. Typically, if we ever buy plant starts, I actually keep the little things they come in. And then also, I have some planters from Haas Seeds, and they are reusable. But those I actually use for when I'm planting mostly like all of my tomatoes and all of my peppers. But I'm gonna start actually with my cooler things like my greens and things like that. I'm only gonna use one glove. But with this seed mix, you have to get it really, really good and moist. It's got to be really pretty wet actually. And then I'm just gonna fill up my little cups here. And then I'm gonna plant. Okay, so for now, I started all of these. Most of them have more than enough seeds in them because I ended up doing all of our cold things. I hope you guys can hear me because of the leaf blowers. So there's cilantro and broccoli. I almost forgot about our broccoli. We're trying a new kind this year that's like a Chinese broccoli that isn't like heads of broccoli. It's like little pieces, and I think that will grow a lot better in the spring here. So I planted some of that, and there should be like 3 plants per thing. So I'll just separate them out once they start to get a good start. And the same with these. This is all romaine lettuce. The kids are yelling. Romaine lettuce and celery and butter crunch. And again, I planted like probably 5 in some of these because they're so small. And when they start to grow, I can just transplant them outside. Another thing that I planted is I actually went ahead and planted straight into the raised beds with the garlic. I planted spinach and kale. The kale, I eat it and I will add it to some of our food. But for the most part, I grow it for our rabbit and our chickens. So it's just a good thing sometimes to grow things even just for your animals. So now we are at dance, waiting on the girls.
God, it's done! God.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you all are doing well and looking forward to spring also. Thanks so much, guys, and have a blessed day.